So we've seen the stories where people's like in-house cameras have been like hacked. I know there's one story where there was kids in the house. I think the parents went on like a dinner date or something and left the kids home alone, and somebody hacked into their Ring camera and was like scaring the kids. I forgot what they were saying, but you see the kids running out the back door, at the front door, whatever the case. But they were scared and had to call the parents. Anyway, I forgot what the outcome of that story was, but that kind of made me kind of wonder about getting cameras in the house now. You have motion detectors, and you can probably turn the cameras off at whatever time, whenever you want to. Because my thing is this: I like to walk around my house, um, willy nilly, if you will. Sometimes, if I'm home alone or with just me and the missus or whatever. Not, but like when kids, grandkids, whatever over the house, then you can't do that. I can, understand. I got to walk around with robes and stuff on, but I like to be able to walk how I want to. I might want to scratch my crotch a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? And do whatever. Then, might want to lay on the couch, lay out, gas out, whatever you want to call it. In the privacy of my home, you might be thinking, well, you got cameras, who else is watching? You don't know who you don't know who watching. And anybody could hack into it, see what you're doing. You could be doing some adult things in the house, and there's cameras on you. And who knows, maybe the person you're doing adult things with one day may get upset and but anyway. With that being said, we go to this story here, where this has got to probably be probably one of the most diabolical and probably scary things that a person could go through when dealing with cameras in the house. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell. So every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's hit it.
It's a thought that might make your hair stand up. A Rancho Penasquitos family tells NBC7 investigates an ex-wife secretly watched them inside their home using their Ring cameras.
Creepy as that. The DA's office is now reviewing a criminal investigation against that woman. Our Alexis Rivas has some of the video the family gave to police, and Alexis, we understand they handed over a lot more than just one recording.
Oh, yeah, a lot more, Mark. It sounds like the plot to a psychological thriller, and it's all spelled out in a restraining order request accusing that ex-wife of live streaming over 700 hours of video, invading the privacy of her ex-husband and his new family. This is the moment Acacia Young says she realized she was being watched. Within minutes, you can see her take down the camera for good.
There's no way to describe how violated you feel. Like it feels like someone touched me. Like it feels like I found somebody in my house, physically in my house.
After they caught a child
That's over 200
sleepwalking,
days.
Young and her fiance installed 3 motion-activated Ring cameras inside their home. One in the living room.
Hold up.
One
Violated you feel. Like it feels like someone
Like I said, that's over 200 days. That's crazy.
touched me. Like it feels like I found somebody in my house, physically in my house.
After they caught a child sleepwalking, Young and her fiance installed 3 motion-activated Ring cameras inside their home. One in the living room, one in the upstairs hallway, and one in the child's room. Young and her family were in their living room, and
And I kept hearing this weird sound that sounded like a voice over a microphone.
then, when she was the only one still in the room,
And this time I heard it distinctively. I looked up and the blue light was on and the camera was rolling.
what were you thinking when you saw that light?
My heart sunk. My heart sunk when I saw the light.
In part, Young says because
It was his ex-wife's voice. It was her voice.
how sure are you that that's her voice?
110%. 110%. I have not slept.
Days later, Young's
I have questions about this whole. I got questions. One, to say that's her fiance. That's his house. Okay, shout out to the dude. You got your own house. Um, you and your ex-wife, I guess, for whatever reason, she don't have the house. So I'm quite sure she must have been doing something crazy, throw it off or something for you to be able to get the house, and she didn't. That's a feat in itself. So it undoubtedly she's crazy, or he has good money and with a good lawyer and got the house in the divorce. And then the kids, I guess, are living. Let me tell you why kids sometimes sleepwalk. A lot of times kids are sleepwalk because of a situation, because they've been in maybe some traumatic or volatile situations as a child. I know stories of children sleepwalking, going from one situation, from a bad situation to a better situation. And in the beginning of the better situation, that child would do that, sleepwalk a little bit. But as time went on, that went away. And it has something to do, sometimes it has something to do with trauma. So I'm wondering if his previous relationship wasn't just jacked up all the way around for him and the kids, because he has the kids. I mean, if I'm reading this right, he has the kids. So that's the first. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. But to the woman, you moved into a guy's house who, I guess it was his ex-wife, but y'all are being a fiance. Y'all are fiancés. Never. I just say, don't try to rush into relationship. This is just a clear tell sign, and I'm not trying to say that she should leave or break up or whatever. But because y'all, that's your fiance, so you've been dating for a while, I guess, and you're trying to, get to know each other. People always say, move in each other first before y'all get married. I still don't believe that's the right thing to do, but hey, whatever. But this shows why you should, when you get into a relationship with people, you take your time before y'all say y'all gonna tie the knot and start your own family. Because he has an ex-wife who is crazy enough to spy on you. The cameras were put in after she was gone, when these two were together in the house, living in the house together. She had the wherewithal to somehow hack into the system. I guess still knew the old passwords. He didn't change the password. Probably didn't think, she not going, what I'm saying? Probably think she not going to spy on the camera, look inside the house or whatever. Probably thought she was gone. But that was far from the truth. Like I said, take time to know somebody, to get to know somebody and learn somebody before you jump into these relationships head first, because you don't know their background. Too many stories. What was a story like maybe a couple of weeks ago where a lady's ex-wife, ex-husband or estranged husband followed her to dinner, found her while she was out to dinner with somebody, and shot them both, deleted them both. But it's like, dang, nobody know if they was like casually dating or they were co-workers. I think there's like one of them, like the guy was her manager. But so you don't know if it's like a business dinner or just hey, let's go out to eat after we get off work. You don't know if it's going to be a cake clapping session. You don't know, and he don't know. But all I know is he saw where she was at, went and took them both out because of, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Just not, ain't there. And there's a lot of these stories out there to where this happens. So you have to be careful who you're dating. Like seriously, who you get in relationships. You really do nowadays. This is why a lot of people don't want to marry people who've got exes or who got children, who got baby mamas or baby daddies, because you don't know understand there is a reason why they are not together. So it's in the best interest of everybody involved to find out why they are not together.
Fiance, Anzi Villafrench, got a temporary restraining order against his ex-wife. His family court filing accuses her of watching private conversations with relatives, dining table talks about finances, even virtual doctor appointments, and Young breastfeeding her newborn.
She watched the most intimate things. You don't want your fiance's ex-wife watching these moments. Like, she has seen my naked body. She has recorded my naked body. She has seen my kids do the same thing.
Villafrench told us his ex-wife was an authorized user on his Ring account when they were married, and that he thought he'd removed her. So what he says he saw on that account left him stunned. It's in the court filing. Several smart devices with his ex-wife's name hooked to his system, giving her the ability to view his cameras.
What's going through your mind?
Whew, I was sick. Like, I'm panicking. I'm freaking out.
Young is still cataloging everything she says the ex wife watched. Many clips lasted hours, and some,
I've come across at least 13 videos with her voice on them,
like this one.
I'm trying to see what these
and then it cuts off. So it sounds like she's like, I'm just trying to see what these people are doing.
We tried reaching the ex wife
She sound. I don't know. I ain't gonna say what she sounds
several
like.
times, but she never returned our call, text, or email.
Mm.
We also tried her at home, but nobody answered. How big of a problem is this?
Most of our stalking activity will involve something, some kind of listening, some kind of watching.
San Diego County District Attorney Summer Steffens says her office prosecutes about 90 stalking cases a year.
And you know what? And to be a devil's advocate, and you know what? The wife, one of the reasons that she's probably going to excuses she's going to use to spine on her ex husband and with the child is she going to say she wants to know women don't like other women around their children. Period. They just don't. They I don't know if it's jealousy. They're afraid that they're gonna try to be mama. They're gonna try to take over as a mother while they're not there. And a lot of times the guys ain't even thinking like that. Say, hey, this is my woman. Your mother's over there. She's still your mother. Ain't gonna say nothing bad about her. You be with her. Don't you ever talk bad about her. Don't you ever disrespect her, no matter what that we done went through. If you do something disrespectful to your mother, I'm still gonna get at you because I've taught you better, and that's just what that is. But this here is my new woman, fiance, wife, or whatever, and that's just it. But you're gonna respect her too. You're gonna respect both of them. As simple as that. Dudes we ain't trying to get all in that drama stuff like that. But women will be like, I don't know her, yeah, like she said, I want to see what these people trying to do. Yeah, I want to see what they're doing to your kid, which most 9 times out of 10, they ain't doing nothing to your child. Nothing at all. It's just your child is probably going through a little trauma because their mother and father are no longer married. And so now they have to cope with their parents not being together. That's hard on the kid, man.
But
There are so many more cases that involve stalking as a precursor to the ultimate crime.
making the true count even higher.
We take it seriously
Mhm.
because
Like I said, the ultimate crime is taking them out. That's the ultimate crime, which is a good reason. It's good that she actually was paying attention and saw that camera light is on and pulled up the videos and was able to figure out that the ex-wife was spying on, because the ex-wife could have continued to watch this stuff over and over and over again. Then one day, next thing you know, some fatal accident happened. There was a car wreck, some unexplained road rage, can't find the perpetrator, child get kidnapped, she break into the house and and destroy the house. You just never know. So thank the Most High that she saw the camera and was able to go to the police and law enforcement.
we want to stop it before anything else progresses.
These types of things happen every day. I mean, it's not like, oh my gosh, someone had their camera compromised. I mean, you could just throw a rock and find someone that's had that happen.
Damn.
Jim Stickley would know. He's made a career of breaching security systems for corporations and government agencies.
I can't imagine putting cameras in my home. I mean, there's just too much risk. There's too many ways something could go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I open up about this.
I don't want anyone to ever feel the way that I felt. I don't want anyone to ever lose sleep
And he said he ain't putting no cameras in his house. So hey,
the way that I lost sleep. There may not be like physical scars, but this is something that you could never truly heal from. Like, I'm going to be paranoid about somebody watching me for a long time.
So as of this broadcast, the ex-wife
but yet you ain't take the cameras out the house. Let's see, one thing about women love to be emotional. They love to play, and I ain't saying they love to play the victim. Let me finish my sentence. To an extent of overly victimized. It was his ex-wife. Now she talking about, I'm just afraid that anybody could just watch. Take the damn cameras down and then you be done with the story. That's simple. No, I'm not picking, because you got pride and all that kind of stuff. I'm not taking these cameras down because I should be able to have cameras in my house and not have to worry about somebody watching. You are exactly right. You are absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. But the problem is that ain't happening in your house, so you can't be like everybody else. So take the sun guns down. It's simple as that. Get motion detectors. So when somebody's moving in the house, you know what I'm saying, some kind of alarm go off. Well, you don't really want to startle the child. Because anyway, wait a minute. They said they got them because somebody's sleepwalking. If you're asleep and the cameras are recording, you're not gonna wake up, right? You can't wake up and know they're sleepwalking. So why get cameras in the first place if it's for sleepwalking? I don't understand that. Like I say, motion detectors would make sense, but then they say don't wake up nobody, don't wake up a child if they're like sleepwalking. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can startle them and it could cause all kind of problems. I don't know, but yeah, it don't make sense to get cameras if somebody's sleepwalking because the cameras are not going to wake you up unless you got the alarm set on motion. But then all you need is motion detectors, and they can go off. Make it make sense.
Wife has not been charged with a crime, though San Diego police told Acacia Young that they did recommend several charges, including eavesdropping, wiretapping, and stalking when they handed this case over to the DA. In the meantime, 2 weeks from now, a judge will decide whether that temporary restraining order will become permanent.
So,
And you know, restraining orders mean very little when it comes to the physical realm. I mean, it could be. I mean, it's good for like if you see somebody close to you. It's to me the benefit of restraining order is if somebody is in your personal space and you feel like you got to do something to diffuse the situation, which could be some kind of maybe deadly force. You got this paper say, "Hey, they not supposed to be close to me." We call the police, and they were threatening us, so we took them out. I mean, that could be one of the reasons for the restraining order. But to stop somebody from, because I've seen stories too where women have restraining orders on guys, and then that just pisses them off more, and then they actually come there and they actually take them out. So restraining orders is just a piece of paper for the most part, but you still got to keep your head on a swivel.
do you have any clue at this point whether and when the DA may consider actually filing some charges?
Not really. And that's because the timeline on these cases can really vary. And that's in part because state law is still catching up to the digital age. For example, even if a victim finds a tracking device on their property and they want to turn it over to police, detectives still have to go out and get a warrant in order to access that device.
Right.
Yeah. So actually, right now, Stefan is working with lawmakers to push a bill through the state house that would create an exemption in this kind of scenario.
Okay, for all of our viewers who are watching this right now, whatever ends up happening in the legislature with this bill, probably people want to know what can they do to better protect themselves to make sure that some sort of unwanted snooping is not going on.
Yeah, well, you heard Stickley say he would never put any cameras inside of his home, but a lot of people do, and I have smart devices inside of my home as well. So even if you don't, you want to check your account settings about once a month. And that means look up not only who's approved to be in your account, but any devices that are hooked up. A lot of these surveillance companies get bought up by bigger tech companies. For example, Amazon bought Ring back in 2018. So a lot of time when those companies merge, that's also merging whoever might have access to your account.
And you don't know if the new company has different rules also, right?
A lot of people just sort of see the merge and they don't really know what comes along with it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right. You know what's sobering too is how many people, security experts we've interviewed over the years, that have a piece of tape over their laptop camera. And these are guys who know security.
I can see why they do that.
Yes, exactly. That's fair.
Yeah. I remember doing that forever. Like, let's say put a piece of tape on your laptop. They say even TV, like televisions, they got cameras somewhere. You got to find it. Might be like inside the screen in a corner somewhere. You just got to be leery and aware of what's going on. That a lot of these electronic devices, hell, even your phone, they got cameras that they say that don't turn off. Really, they can record you if need be. You just got to understand we're in the age of technology, and it's hard to get away from it. And it's hard to fight against it, especially with criminals or people who are doing criminal activity. This is a crazy ass story. This story is like something that's scary, to where somebody can actually hack into. And you think about it, you have on, saying your spouses, y'all have, like I say, passwords to all the, like I said, to all the devices, all the bank accounts, all the like any creditors, anybody, not creditors, but people, bills you have to pay. You got the, the username and password. He just somehow wasn't able to take her off. He thought he did, but he didn't. Then they said they showed all those different devices that she still had access to, which is, which is scary, which means, you got to do your due diligence to really pretty much wipe the people out of your life in certain areas though. But that, and you know what? One last thing. It's interesting that the husband or the ex-husband and the fiance didn't do an interview. I wonder why he didn't get on. I wonder why he didn't get on camera. Like seriously, or why, or on the other standpoint, why did she get on camera? I wonder. But anyway, be safe out there, y'all. It's treacherous. Like I say, watch the people that you are married to, people that you date. They said, don't be in such a hurry to jump into a relationship head first. You know, take your time, get to know people, and build a friendship first, and then a companionship, and then you can get like a relationship, and then eventually fiance, get married, and then move in. And then after that, you know, take a couple of years to even have a kid because they fiance but they already got a 1 year old, but they wasn't married yet. I mean, old dude, God, you think he would have learned his lesson the first time, but we'll see. Anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below, share it with the world. Let's have an intelligent conversation. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here at this channel. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.